The Enhanced American Express Business Gold Card is designed to take your business further. It's packed with benefits like 4 times points that adapt to your top 2 eligible spending categories every month on up to $150,000 in purchases per year. And up to $395 in annual statement credits on eligible purchases at select business merchants. The Amex Business Gold Card. Now smarter and more flexible. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
Wait.
Chanelle, I have a question.
What's up?
Have you ever felt lonely in your entrepreneurial ventures and journey?
Listen, that is such a real feeling, especially as a Black woman, especially as an entrepreneur, especially as a kingdom woman trying to level up and move forward in my life.
Listen, the interesting thing is I hear that from so many different women.
Yeah.
So I thought it was the perfect timing for us to collaborate our entrepreneurial success and the things that we've learned along the way for kingdom women specifically.
Listen, I'm so excited about this.
So that's right. You guys are able to sign up today, starting in October, our specific membership group where you'll have access to our knowledge on branding, marketing, how to sell, how to pitch yourself, how to,
apply the Bible to your business,
applying the Bible to your business, corporate fast, like all of those things,
exercise your faith, so many different things.
And above all, Chanelle, it's great to have an accountability group.
Listen, I'm really excited to be a part of a group of a bunch of people that look like me and we're all trying to get to the same place.
And listen, and the fact that we're coming together doing it, I say this humbly, I've been thriving in full-time entrepreneurship for some years now.
Yeah.
You've generated millions for the sports industry.
Yes.
We have so many different skill sets that we are going to offer.
Yeah. We're 2 separate powerhouses and we're coming together to build this membership for you all.
Not only from a business and physical, natural standpoint, but also a spiritual standpoint.
Yes.
I can't wait to get into the word
I'm excited.
entrepreneurship.
I'm excited.
The word and entrepreneurship together, Chanelle.
Listen.
In a membership group.
Listen.
Girl. I'm ready. So if you guys are ready for our group that starts in October, please make sure that you click the link in our show notes and we can't wait to see y'all.
Cannot wait.
Period.
Let's talk about the favor of God. Like you auditioned for one role, but then you ended up getting a bigger role. And this wasn't because.
But I say this though, it comes with a lot of rejection. Like people,
for sure.
Like, I can't tell you how many self-tapes I've done, and like the number is crazy. I know it's well over 400, like well over.
Wow.
And so you audition for that, audition. And then the thing is like, you don't get an email back. You don't get a call. They don't hit your agent back. They do nothing. They go
out here.
Like it's like, yeah, all right, whatever. But like for those moments right there, like when you get discouraged, and like you said, you tap into the favor of God and be like, man, like the favor of God was on me for that. And it was something I didn't even have to, I worked for sure.
Yeah.
But I may not have worked in this particular area. And what I love about like God is that we don't always reap where we sow, we reap what we sow. And so it may just come from a different place, but it's what we've been sowing. I was sowing in all of those areas for self-tapes after self-tape. And I was thinking it was going to come this way. And then God does it a totally different way. And so I think that's why like God doesn't allow us to marry methods. So he's like, I'm not predictable. You can't predict how I'm going to bless you. You can't predict how I'm going to open up that door. You just know I'm going to open up that door because I've shown you that. But I'm going to open it the way I want to open it, because if I open it the way that you think, then you think you got me figured out. And so you would do it this way all the time so that the door will automatically open. No, I'm going to do it different. And so he's done everything with me in acting, me in producing, me in directing. He's done it all from an unconventional way, like totally different than what I thought it would be.
I love
That's
that flex.
So dope. Yeah.
Actor, producer, director.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because you a comma.
I'm a comma. That's it. Like, I'm not, like people love to put a period after, and usually it's a level of comfortability. Like people get comfortable seeing you in one particular area and they're like, okay, you're always going to be this. and not understanding there's so much more to each and every one of us. And I think that that was one of the things, like, I deal with anxiety a lot. And one of the things that helps me to process my anxiety is to not in life feel like, we have this thing where it's like, oh, I'm seeking my purpose. But what if our purpose is so multifaceted and there's so many aspects of our lives that we are called, and that is purpose. Even being on this podcast is purpose. You guys doing the podcast is purpose.
The Enhanced American Express Business Gold Card is designed to take your business further. It's packed with benefits like 4 times points that adapt to your top 2 eligible spending categories every month on up to $150,000 in purchases per year. And up to $395 in annual statement credits on eligible purchases at select business merchants. The Amex Business Gold Card, now smarter and more flexible. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business gold card.
But it always leads to something else, but it's purpose for that particular moment. And I think we put so much pressure on ourselves to find that one thing. No, like, you can be this and that. It doesn't have to be this.
Facts. So how do you handle being put in that box? Because I feel like I'm put in a box all the time.
People try to put me in a box.
Like, especially as a psychologist, people put me in this academic box. 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Even in the church world, like, I feel like for a long time people put us in the box of like the church. Like, we was on mad church flyers for so long, and now people seeing us with Revolt and stuff, and they just like, whoa, where did this come from? So
but like that, but that stuff was always, I think that stuff was always in the both of you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just now, I think the courage to step out there and to do it, and to, for lack of better terms, not care. Like, and I think it's hard because, like, even pastoring, like, people will be like, oh, like, you pastor the church, you're going to do that. And majority of the time, how we looked at pastoring is we get a pastor, they serve as a pastor until they get very old and die.
Yes.
Or they're very old and then the church, everybody leaves the church decreases, and then they get a young person in after that person retires, and then that person has to revive it. And so it's, I think that we have to understand, like, there's purposes for seasons. And how I had to look at it, to answer your question, is I had to look at it like, for not to be put in the box by people. For one, E. Dewey Smith came on the Commerce podcast, and he said, we were having this conversation, and he said, boxes are for things and not people. And when he said that, Pastor E. Dewey Smith, when he said, I was like, man, like, that's so true. And I told him, I was like, man, and this is off camera, and I was like, yo, I said, what I had to realize is that for, people put you in a box according to the season that you're in, but it's like a gardener. When a gardener goes and he is toiling the soil to plant the seed, like, at first he has to go buy the seed, right? So it's like he has money, he goes and buys the seed. What if he spends his last money on buying that seed? So now he goes through a season of being broke, but he has a bag full of seed. Then that's purpose, right? The purpose for that money was to buy the seed. So before he buys the seed, he had a lot of money. So let's say some people met him when he had money. So they freeze him in. Oh, that's the money farmer. So now they freeze him there. Then he goes and then he's broke, but he got seed. So now it's like, oh, he the broke farmer. They freeze him there. Then he goes and he tills the soil and he plants all the seed. And then for that season, he has nothing. He has no money. He has no seed, but he got something in the ground. All of it is purpose. And for every area of his life, he's going to meet people, or she's going to meet people during that season, and people are going to try to keep them there. But now, like, I can't just be that one particular thing. You don't even see what's happening in the ground, because every seed, when it's placed in the ground, it's a place of death. The seed has to die to itself for it to reap, for it to harvest. So every phase of his life, you know what I'm saying? Like, every phase, every part was purpose. The harvest is just not the purpose. The process is the purpose. So that's all purpose too. If we don't find the purpose in buying the seed, and if we don't find purpose in toiling the soil, and if we don't find purpose in sowing the seed, then reaping the harvest is going to be what we celebrate, but we're not even going to write about the journey or find purpose in those things. And so you're going to be miserable throughout the whole process until you reap the harvest. No, I'm not going to live life for, 99 years and, get to 100 and then be like, oh, I've reached my destination. I'm so
right.
I'm going to enjoy the purpose along the way. So not being put in that box is just for me, just the ability to keep going and keep trying and keep growing and dealing with the fact that, all of this stuff God put inside of me. Like I didn't ask God for this when I was born. I didn't ask God to put some desires I just innately had. Some things I just innately had. And I ask people all the time, like, what do you naturally gravitate towards? Because certain things, it's certain dreams that you've tried to get away from. Certain things you wanted to get away from, you just couldn't shake. Yeah. And that's because God placed it there. And so I think we do a disservice to God by trying to be one thing to please other people when we're called to be more than that. So like in psychology or in sports and all of that stuff, like don't shortchange yourself because there's so much more that, that you all do than just those particular things. So it's like, why not? Why not? Like,
That's a whole word.
A whole word.
Yo, Prime members, so check this out. We are here to talk about our favorite thing in the world, and that is Amazon Prime.
That's right. We all have different interests, but there's one thing that brings us together: Prime.
As members ourselves, we found ways to maximize our Prime benefits to get the most out of our passions.
From fast and free shipping, streaming of movies and music, and even exclusive deals and discounts, Prime has it all.
And what's great is that you can use all of these services to elevate your hobbies and interests.
Whether you're a bookworm, a fitness fanatic, or a gaming guru, Prime has something for everyone. I promise you that.
So go ahead, explore and indulge in all that Prime has to offer. We promise you won't be disappointed.
Time to get more out of whatever you're into. Prime. And that's that on that.